Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? I hadn't seen no chat yet. Hey there, Missy. Hey, Pamela. Yeah, it sure is. Hey, it's been a lazy day for us. My temperature thing over here says it's 46 outside. Hey, I'm doing pretty good. I think I might have that stuff Tammy's got, but I hadn't got it as bad as her. Hello, Miss Helen Stewart. Most beautifulest woman in the world. Hey, Jeanette. Oh, you know, Tammy got sick. And she went to the doctor Friday after work. And I want to know if y'all's pharmacy's like this. You can't never just go and get your medicine. You can go, but you won't get it. Oh, she had to go back the next day, and she always does. He keeps talking about gonna change pharmacy. I mean, is that the way it is in y'all's town? You can't get your medicine? Our pharmacy's the same way. Yeah, this is CVS Pharmacy. And I know that when I got out of the hospital, it was the same way. I told Jamie, I said, I'm gonna die before they get my medicine. They said, well, you got the main medicine. You know that the other's just some vitamins or something like that. I said, yeah, like I say, I'm gonna die before I get my medicine. They ought to put two of them places side by side. They must be, and there must be a lot of people out Christmas shopping or something. Nanny, that's the only place there to get medication. No, we got, I mean, I don't know what other pharmacy we got, but that place is always like that. And you know, like the next day, Saturday, they were saying that something happened to the computers at the pharmacy. Tim said, I'm gonna call and see if they got the computers back up. You know, so I mean, the pharmacy was shut down. I said, well, you might wanna, because I knew the druggist wasn't there. Well, she told me that. Like the people that actually worked in that department was all sitting around outside, Tammy said. And said, well, you better call and make sure they got medicine before you ride over there. And she said, they got the medicine. I said, you mean they can't sell the medicine? But without the druggist being there? I mean, hey, it might beat all I ever seen. And it's always like that. We'll see this forms. Takes long to get any medication. They say our distributors can't get the medicine. Hey, that's the way it is here, Angel Wings. But I'm about like Stephen. That Applebee's is like that out there. And Chick-fil-A. Stephen said they need to put two buildings right side by side. I mean, like, don't you hate to get in a long drive-through lane? But, yeah, what other pharmacies they got, Tim, besides CVS?
Walmart, Kroger,
Said,
Michael's.
did you say Hallmark?
Walmart,
Oh, Walmart.
Kroger, and Michael's in East Dublin.
Oh, she just said 4 other drugstores.
3.
3. So I guess there's 4.
But you gotta go to one that your insurance is at.
She said you gotta go to one where your insurance is at.
I think it's at Walmart too.
And I know they got a drugstore at Amazon. But that about beats all I ever seen. And like I say, don't you hate to go, like if you're gonna get a hamburger or something other, hate to have to get in a long line. And I done that, not too long ago. And I hit it just right. There wasn't nobody in the line. And I pulled over to the side to eat. And in just a minute, it was just a minute, that line was wrapped around the building. Y'all know the Fannie Willis, she calls herself Flonnie. That whole case got thrown out. I'm talking about they took them off of that case. I talked about it on here soon. There's Sandra. There's Sherry. There's Melissa. And y'all ever seen them videos where people's talking real fast? Do y'all know why they talking fast? Like they talking so fast, you can't even hardly comprehend what they saying. They talking so fast. And the reason they doing that is they trying to get their audience retention up on their video. And they think like talking faster helps them. It don't. It probably hurts them more. Hey, there must be a lot of people Christmas shopping. Hey, me and Tammy's coughing around here. And tomorrow Christmas Eve, ain't it, Tammy? I don't know, I don't know what's gonna happen about Christmas. You can't go around a crowd of people hacking and coughing and all that. Or the other night, have y'all ever heard of the spear? Or not the spear, the fears in Las Vegas? Code and percent. Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, I see that, ma'am. I watched the Eagles, a concert. I went back and tried to find that concert the next day, and I couldn't find it. So I seen a bunch of little clips. But I was sitting over here listening to it with earphones. And the fear's a big old round ball. Cost $2.3 billion to make. I looked it up just for the heck of it. The Eagles tickets was $1,200. And quite a few of the Eagles has done left this world. And it's supposed to be more like of a show than a concert. But it's a concert and a show. And it is pretty awesome. Like, you can look straight up in the ceiling and it's kind of like real, it is like real life. Like what you see when you look to the left and look to the right, or look straight up or look behind you. It's a 360-degree concert. And I was, you couldn't see the band, but I could hear them. And I recognized the voice. And Tammy got up in a few minutes. See, I had earphones on. They told me, hey, yeah, Merry Christmas. I had earphones on. And, I ain't much country. But I got Tammy to put them earphones in there, and I said, "Tell me who that is singing." I'm talking about I always tear all the pieces doing that stuff. And she didn't know what. Finally, it showed him up close. She said, "Is that Vince Gill?" I said, "Yeah." Uh, like I just knew it, like from listening to his voice. Hey, yeah, I hope we do too, Angel Wayne. Hey, what happened to Stephen today? I missed him completely. Yeah, you know he can sing good. That Vince Gill can. And I was gonna tell y'all about something. The channel I got, the other channel I got named Southern Ideas. Well, I better tell you a little more before I tell you that. That's when Stephen was in a custody battle with Bentley's mama. And there's people that still don't know that Stephen won the custody case. But that's when I was drinking, see. And I told Stephen, even though I was all right, I told Stephen, I said, "Don't bring Bentley over here, because I was scared they might try to use that in court. Even though all of us, as a youngin', have been around somebody drinking before. And, but anyway, I shut my channel down because there were so many videos on there that where I was on there drinking. I shut that whole channel down. You can't shut your channel down, and I did. And man, I must have let it shut down for 2 months. And one day I decided to get it back going, turn it back on. You actually got to know what you're doing to turn your channel back on. Because there's 2 ways you can do it. When you turn it back on, you can turn it back on to where you won't lose none of your views. But you also can turn it back on where you will lose all your views. So I turned that channel back on. And it was about like what I thought. So probably gonna be starting at 0 again, like not lose my views. But I was steady getting views, When I shut the channel down, I was steady getting views. And It's about the craziest thing. I don't know if I recommend doing this, but when I shut that channel down, cut it back on, YouTube like recalculated my channel. And I had a video on there that I actually forgot about that went to the #1 spot. And it wasn't there before. And a lot of the same ones that was popular, went up to the #1 spot. Or you know what I'm talking about, top 10. A lot of the same ones, but like, no, it didn't start over the new, but like, it didn't start over. It didn't wipe me, wipe my views out. But what I'm saying is it come up with a video that I had that was 2 years old that went to the #1 spot, and it's still there. And it gets a lot of views, like right by itself. And but I shut my channel down to do it. That custody thing. They will catch you. That's been going on for a pretty good while. Actually, I kept telling y'all, I had something I was going to tell y'all, but I couldn't talk about it right now. But it was that custody battle. And what they doing, Stephen's lawyer got us to write affidavits. And Bentley's mama's lawyer got them to write affidavits. Friends. She didn't have no family affidavits, I don't think. She had friends. We didn't have no friends. We just had the immediate family. And one of our affidavits is what got Bentley. One of them. And it was pretty brutal too. But and Grandma went up there too, the court. I didn't go. But like I was behind it, I always am in the background. They went up there and we didn't even know about this. I mean, I didn't even know it worked like this. But the two lawyers met. And they went over the affidavits. See, the affidavits, they didn't pop up until like the day before we was going to go to court. And we had one affidavit that was brutal. It was brutal now. And that one affidavit made her agree to let Stephen have a Bentley. And I wish I could tell you what was on it, but like it's pretty brutal. So I can't tell you that. But they spend all that money. And Stephen's lawyer was $7,500. And you know hers was pretty close to the same thing, you know. But they doing all that just for the two lawyers to go talk. It never went in front of the judge. Ain't that something? Don't need to know that. Hey, it was pretty bad. And I know that the people that, man, she had about 19 or 20. And they were saying what a good person she was. And that's why I was kind of carrying on about to y'all. That you don't know what nobody does behind closed doors. And you don't. And, you know, our affidavit wasn't about personality. Her affidavit was about personality. And I know they don't know what happened. I know they don't understand what happened. All them people that wrote them affidavits for her, I know they don't know what happened. You don't expect her to tell them, do you? She ain't gonna tell them. Let me see what it is I'm trying to remember here. The one that wrote the affidavit for us was mad. Because he didn't want it to be settled like that. He wanted it to come out in court publicly. But it didn't do it. But like You would be surprised at the people that, even though we've told them Stephen has Bentley, you'd be surprised at the people that don't know. Yep. I didn't see Stephen's video yesterday, but he told me there was a woman on there who went crazy about he's been talking to her and everything. And they was gonna get married. Hey, Brenda. Y'all, that cloning thing on the TT network, Stephen calls it. Everybody that's popular on there gets cloned. And they simply don't care. Yeah, that, is so big for scammers. Yeah, it is. And you know that happens pretty regular too. You know that? With Stephen, I mean, it's a woman every week or two that thinks Stephen's talking to them, and it's not him. So I didn't see it, but she gets on his channel yesterday. I mean, he told me a little bit about it. And like, he didn't even know who she was. You know, I mean, I reckon she got mad. I mean, I went on there, and in 2 weeks, I had about 20 scammers hit me up. Really? Dang. I've got an invisible TikTok. You know that? I've got an invisible TikTok. How do you get a marriage proposal without ever meeting a person in person? Hey, Jody, you would be surprised. But like, there's people that fall in love online. I'm talking about, I know some, like, I ain't talking about YouTube. I'm talking about, I know some right here in Dublin. And I watched it on TV before too, you know. I don't know how you fall in love with somebody. Well, I can see how you like somebody or something. But Stevens had that marriage thing brought up before, you know. I think about once, uh, uh, about once every week or so. You know, somebody's mad with him, and he don't even know who they are. And people that do that stuff, y'all, that's all they do. Yeah, I know somebody that was Dang, I was reading that, Pam. Yeah, I've seen that kind of thing on TV before. Like, like, they always gonna come meet them at the airport, but they never show up. But somehow or another, they get more money out of them. About, it about beats all I've ever seen. And there's people called me up before, and told me so and so said her and Steven's getting married. And it was a YouTuber. I've heard that several times. And I know somebody that lived in Dublin. He was talking to somebody overseas. And them people's good at that stuff, Because I've kind of studied it before. And them people's really good at that. And he was going to leave walking overseas. And I don't know what stopped him. But he didn't ever go, but he was going to go. But that about just blows me away. There was a boy that used to work with me, a man. And he was he was he wasn't your normal roofer, He was a good guy. He was like my head man, And him and his wife come over here. And we was watching TV or something, And she was jealous of him looking at the TV like be a pretty woman or something. And I thought she was joking. But she wasn't joking. They about beat all you ever seen. Hey y'all, that's about all I got for y'all today. I didn't really didn't have a whole lot to say today. I usually don't get online when I'm not really thinking about something. Usually when I get on here, I've got something on my mind that I'm thinking about, hard. And I am kind of over Is the World Enough, I don't know, I guess that was just like a one-day thing, but and I still feel the same way. I did want to say that I was talking about, I would like to be able to go whisper something in Mr. T's ear, you know, with my pajamas on and bedroom shoes, but that ain't what I wanted. That ain't what I would want to do. But like, I would like to be where I could make a difference. And people tell me all the time that I make a difference here, and not just me but like, especially Grandma and Stephen and Tammy. But like, I have uh, I, s- I like can almost improve anything. That's how I think, you know. Like we was out there at the racetrack one night. This guy I went to school with was racing, and I was over there with him. And I seen what his car was doing, and I didn't start talking to him about it. He started talking about me. He said, "I don't understand." He said, "I got just as much horsepower as they got. You know, uh, it ain't they beat him with money." But I mean, he was getting beat in the race. I mean, they was every race. He's getting beat. But I was watching his car when he was going around the track. I said, "I know what's wrong with that car." I said, "It ain't your motor, it's the car." I said, "You do this right here to this car and try it." And he done it right there, right there that night. We doing something temporary to the car. In other words, what we done was fast, but it was gonna have to be done, right later. But we done that to that car, and he got second place. And then I don't know what happened after that. I might not have never went back around, but like he's never been in the money before. They paid first and second and third place. And he had a check there, and he was trying to give the check to the other man. Other man said, "I don't want the check." It was his father-in-law. They didn't either one of them want the check. But I didn't ever follow up on it. But like I can see things that most folks just, I mean, I assume don't pay that much attention to. Hey, thank you, Miss Michelle. Like, see, like uh, I think that vehicles that they sell has got out of hand. But I don't think they realize it, like, man, not who can, You know, your regular everyday working people. Who wants to buy an $80,000 truck? And it just seems like to me, you know, they could build just a regular truck. And they actually done that, you know, long time ago. You know, the truck would have rubber mat in the bottom. It might not have air conditioning. It wouldn't have no radio. It was a cheap truck. Now we live in a day of air conditioning now. So I don't see how they could do without that, but if I went and bought an $80,000 truck, or borrowed money, I wouldn't be able to sleep. If I borrowed $80,000 to buy a truck, and I don't understand somebody wanting an $80,000 truck. And if you got plenty of money, I mean, it ain't no big deal, but all the people I know, they don't have plenty of money. Going back to times when vehicles were built simpler, it would actually be better for the financial state of your average. Yeah, I mean, nobody wants to go around uh, and look like, I guess, like they can't afford a truck. Except me. That little red truck I bought, I give $1,500 for it. I had it about 3 years, ain't never done nothing to it. It gets good gas mileage. That other truck out there, that Chevrolet truck that I pulled a pontoon boat with, that truck was $1,500. But like, I ain't somebody that I have to be flashy. Being flashy is not important to me. I probably am a little worse than I should be. But I just don't care about being a flashy person. And I know there's more people like me. And you know what I mean? You want your wife to have a decent car to ride in. But like, you look at all them car commercials you see on TV. And like, I don't need all that stuff they put on them cars. All I really need is just air conditioning. I actually was talking about this a little bit on Grandma's video one time. They done that with the Volkswagen, And but that just ain't me. I want to tell y'all I appreciate y'all coming in here. I don't know what's going to happen Christmas. Well, as far as me and Tammy going to Grandma's, if we can, we will go. But you don't want to go and make everybody sick. I know some people that had COVID. And they was at Walmart, and they was at the grocery store. They don't want you to give it to them, but they don't mind giving it to you. And I think there's a lot of people like that. Just go right on. I know somebody that, school teacher, they had some kind of a big trip planned. And he had COVID. And went on that trip. And lied about having COVID. And he had it. That was a school teacher. Hey, sometimes I roll my eyes while I'm asleep. Hey, Merry Christmas, Thelma. Hey, and Merry Christmas to everybody. Yeah, Tammy's been, hey, we've been watching TV and resting. And, hey, we doing fine other than Tammy's coughing and stuff worse than me. But, and I mean, I might get worse, I don't know. But y'all, we're gonna be around even if we don't feel good. We're gonna be around. Online. Like what I tell Tammy, sometimes things she's got a lot to do and stuff, and you know how she works. I said, you really ain't got to get on there for 2 hours. You can just get on there for just a few minutes. And then get off. You don't want it to be a chore to getting on, doing a YouTube video. Hey, y'all, I appreciate it. We'll see y'all on the next video, which probably tomorrow. Tammy probably get on there tomorrow, y'all. She's doing a little better today. I don't know if I told y'all that, but she is a little better today than she was yesterday. Hey, y'all, Merry Christmas. We'll catch y'all on the next video. Bye, 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 bye.